Okay, WROD 580 standing by for net.
All right, copy that, 580. We'll just be starting here as soon as the repeaters ID the time.
Thank you, Mark.
Good evening. The time is 8:00 p.m.
Good evening, everybody. This is WREV 914, and I'll be your net control for this Thursday evening's Broadnet GMRS meeting. This net meets every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time and is open to all members. This is a directed net, meaning all traffic should be coordinated by net control. If you have a comment or response, please call for net control. The net control operator will coordinate all traffic. If you have an emergency during this net or any priority traffic, please break in at any time. Additionally, tonight we are live streaming this net on YouTube. Please go to YouTube and look up Broadnet GMRS. You can also find the link to the YouTube stream on our homepage, broadnetgmrs.net. Please like and subscribe if you like listening to it on the stream. And also head over to our Facebook page if you are a Facebook member. You can find it at Facebook/Broadnet. You can also find a link on our website. So if you're looking at the live stream on the YouTube channel, you can see which repeaters or which keys up, if it's the Zello or net control, or if it's one of the many repeaters we have tied in. There's also a picture of the live traffic view there from New York City. So thank you, Chris, for putting together the live stream tonight. All right, tonight's order of operations for this net is we're going to start with the Central Kansas REACT check-in, followed by the Richmond County REACT check-in, which Chris, the team leader of Richmond County, will do for us. And then we'll move to the General Members check-in. After the General Members check-in, we'll call for new, late, or missed check-ins. At some point during the night, I should get a text from Paul Haggerty for the Jersey Coastal Alert Emergency check-in. Followed by all the check-ins, we'll do a roundtable. And tonight's topic for the roundtable is, how can we get you to talk more on the radio? What interests you that would bring you back to talking on the radio? I've been listening the last week, and especially in the evening times, the Broadnet has been very quiet. So I'm just wondering what everyone would be interested in talking about in the evening time, if there was a way to inspire more people to talk here on the net, to make it more active in the evening or any time during the day. So let us know during your portion, during the roundtable portion. All right, normally I wait until after the check-ins before the roundtable to do announcements. I did want to start one quick announcement tonight, and then we'll also follow it back up after when we do after we finish the membership check-in. That is the fees for GMRS and ham licensing have changed. As of Tuesday, the FCC has changed the fee structure, both for the amateur ham license and the GMRS. So this basically affects everyone with ham or GMRS or both. Let me reset. So the new fees now for the GMRS license has decreased from $70 for 10 years license to $35 for 10 years. So if you're already licensed, this would affect you on your renewal. If you know of any friends or family that might want to get licensed with GMRS, but it costs too much, oh, go ahead now. It's only $35. Let me reset. But the caveat to this licensing fee change is the licensing for amateur or the ham license. That was actually free. You didn't have to pay anything other than your test session, which was typically $15. However, now with the new fee system, you do have to pay the FCC $35 for change of license, whether you're getting your new license or if you're changing or upgrading your license, say from technician to general, or if you go from technician to extra. Anytime you change it, it would be $35. Let me give an example. Let me reset. So if you've got your technician license already, and this is the example. So you've got your technician license, and you're looking to get your extra license, and you've been studying and studying. When you do your testing, you can take both the general and the expert license test at the same time. And if you pass both of those, you would pay the FCC $35 to go from technician to extra. But if you fail, say you fail the extra and you only get the general, then that would, if you want to do that bump class up to the general, that would cost you $35. And then again, if you go for the extra, that would be another $35 the FCC would want. So yeah, it's better to do them at 2 or 3 at a time than doing them all one. But I understand time and studying, so it's really however you want to play it. But $35 for renewals as well. Let me reset one more time. So if you renew your ham or amateur license, it will cost you now $35, regardless of which class it is. There are no, I could not find any discounts, whether you've been 40, 50 years an amateur, there's no discount for that. Basically, the way it read is where there was no previous discounts, they cannot create a discount. So, yeah, this basically affects everyone who has a license that wants to renew. All right, well, that was the announcement I had at the top. First, we're going to start with the South Central Kansas REACT Team number 6265. They provide public safety communications to individuals, organizations, government agencies to save lives, prevent injury, and give assistance wherever and whenever needed. For more information, including how to join, go to sksreact.com. That's South Central Kansas sreact.com. We'll now begin the South Central Kansas REACT check-in. I think I heard one of them on WROD 580. Ken, are you out there?
Yes, I got it, Mark. This is Ken from South Central REACT, Kansas, Wichita. I'm checking in, and I am going to check on my team leader, Tom. Tom, are you there for check-in?
This is R1 with South Central Kansas REACT, WRCJ783.
And with that, we have no traffic this evening, Mark, other than we're watching for a few storms here in Wichita, Kansas this evening. We'll be out here unless something breaks in the atmosphere. And back to net control.
All right, thank you, Ken, for doing the check-in there for the South Central Kansas team. We appreciate that and what y'all do out there on the REACT. If you have a REACT team or another team that would like to check in on the Broadnet on Thursday night meetings, please get with me or one of the board members and of the Broadnet, and we will get you scheduled in. I'd like to talk to you first about it, but something we could definitely work in here on the check-ins. We're going to go next to the Richmond County REACT. Stand by. The Richmond County REACT Team 6269 consists of a network of skilled communication volunteers with a desire to assist their community in times of emergency disaster. For more information, including how to join the Richmond County REACT based out of Staten Island, go to richmondcountyreact.org. For tonight's check-in, instead of Jacqueline, we're going to have Chris, WQNR751, do the check-ins. Chris, are you out there?
WRKJ296.
Yes, Mark, thank you for announcing me and that. So this is WQNR751. I'm your host for tonight. I'm going to start by checking myself in. R1 checking in. I'm looking for R2.
R2 checking in.
Okay, thank you for checking in. Looking for R3. R3, if you're there, please check in. Looking for R4. R4, please check in.
Good evening, Chris. R4, WQCR739, checking in to Richmond County REACT.
Good evening, Joel. Thank you for checking in. I'm looking for R6. Please check in. I am now going to look for R7. R7, please check in. Okay, I'm looking for R8. R8, please check in.
Uh, 751, this is R9. R8 is, I need to check in for him. He's on he can't get on the band right now. He's in church right now doing some stuff for the church there. So he asked me to check him in there. So you can check in R8 and R9.
All right, Juan, yes, I spoke to him earlier, and he said there was a possibility that he wouldn't be there. Thank you for that relay. Got you checked in as well. Looking for R10. R10, please check in.
R7, checking in.
Hold on, was that R7?
Roger that.
Okay, looking for R10 still. R10, are you there? R7, I have you checked in. Okay, I am looking for R11. If you're there, please check in. Okay, that was a negative reply. R11, I heard somebody key up, but I can't tell if that was you. If you're there, please check in. Okay, R12, please check in. Okay, I'm looking for R13, please check in.
Good evening, Chris. This is R13 checking in.
Good evening, Edwin. Thank you for checking in. I'm looking for R14. Okay, I'm looking for R15. Please check in. Okay, Joel, do me a favor. Check the Zello link to make sure that that's up and running. These guys usually check in and we're getting no replies there. Moving forward while Joel's doing that, looking for R16. Looking for R17. Looking for R18.
Good evening, Chris. Please check in R18, WRKJ 296.
Okay, Chris, got you checked in there. Thank you for checking in. Looking for R19.
Good evening, Chris. R19, WRPD 551, checking in.
Aaron, Steve, thank you for checking in. I got you in there. Looking for R20. Please check in. Looking for R21.
A late check-in, R16.
Okay, Edwin Sr., I have you in there. Thank you for checking in. I am looking for R53.
WQRH 355, R53, checking in. Good evening.
R53, Joseph, thank you for checking in this evening. I got you in there. Looking for R914.
This is R914 checking in tonight. Thank you, Chris.
Okay. Thank you, Mark. I got you checked in there. If there's anyone that I may have called that you lost your time slot and you're here now, please check in. This is your time. One more time, looking for late check-ins for Richmond County REAC. Please check in. Okay, we have a total of 12 check-ins for Richmond County REAC. Back over to you, Net Control.
Thank you. This is WREZ914 as Net Control tonight on the Broadnet. We appreciate y'all doing the check-in tonight. Chris on the Richmond County React. Now we're going to be moving over to the general membership check-in. The Broadnet GMRS repeater system is a membership-only system, so before you can transmit, you must first join. Anyone with an FCC-issued GMRS license is welcome to join for free. In addition to repeater access, you may connect to us through the GMRS Live Node 1420, our Zello channel, or through your simplex node, or IAX client. For more information, including how to become a member, for the repeater pairs and access tones, or how to link up to us using Zello or IAX, please go to our website, broadnetgmrs.net. At this time, I will begin the general membership check-ins. I will call for new check-ins afterwards, so please, if you're new, stand by until I can get through my check-in list. Again, tonight you can view the live stream on YouTube if you'd like to. We've asked people to check in however they can, whether it's social media, texting a friend, like we heard with the React there. We had someone check in via proxy. So I'd like to call Chris WRJK296. I believe he has some people who've already checked in over the YouTube stream or other social media platforms like Facebook. 296, do you have any check-ins for me this evening?
Good evening, Mark. This is WRKJ296. I have one so far. I'll give it to you now. But if you could just check in at the end of your general check-in, because people do check in, during the regular check-in. In any case, please check in. Actually, let me break. We have WRFQ525, Carlos, checking in from the live stream.
All right, thank you, Chris. WRFQ525 checked in from the live stream. Yep, I will call again, Chris, here when we're done with the check-ins to see if anyone else has checked in. So again, if you can't check in here tonight, please do it via social media or Facebook, YouTube, text a friend, call a friend. So we'll start with Joel on our list tonight, WQZR739.
Thank you, Mark, for running the net. This is WQCR739. We checking in today with no traffic. Thanks again for doing the net.
All right, 739, we've got you checked in from the Bronx. Thank you for checking in, and you're welcome for doing the net tonight. WQUZ499, Edwin.
Good evening, Mark. This is WQUZ499. I'll be checking in and out. Thank you for running the net.
All right, thank you, Edwin. We've got you checked in and out. WQRL3471.
Good evening, 914. This is WQRL 347. Checking in and out from the hub section of the Bronx there. Back to you.
Thank you, 3471. We've got you checked in and out tonight from the hub section of the Bronx. WROH733, Mike. WRAF 805, Walter.
WRAF 805, Walter.
All right, 805 Walter, we've got you checked in. Thank you for coming through on RF through the multicast system. Again, if y'all have problems trying to figure out that multicast system, please email us at support@broadnet.net or get on the website, log in, and I've got the phone numbers. If you have to log in, though, to get my phone number, to get over here to support and give us a call so we can help you get your radios programmed. I know that can be a little difficult. WRJS 337, John.
WRJS.
This is WRJS 337, John, New Athens, Illinois. Thank you for hosting, Mark. Hope everybody's having a good day and have a good rest of the week. Got my internet straightened out. It was just a bad wire. And back to you guys.
All right, thank you, John. We're glad you got everything straightened out. Good to hear you again. I had a check-in before the net, WRFQ 525, Carlos. He was having some trouble hitting the repeater, so he asked me to check him in early. WRFL 821, Daryl. WRKM 273, Benjamin.
Net control.
Go ahead for net control.
WRKM 273, Benjamin, George Washington Bridge. Check in, sir.
Thank you, 273, Benjamin. We got you checked in from the George Washington Bridge. WQRH 355, Joe.
WQRH 355, Joe, Nassau County, New York. No traffic. Good evening.
Good evening, 355, Joe. We've got you checked in from Nassau County, New York. WRFJ 490, Josh. WRMR 871, Rob.
WRMR 871, Robstown. Checking in, no traffic.
All right, 871, we've got you checked in, no traffic tonight. Thank you for checking in using the DVswitch. WQRL 347, Unit 1, Candy.
WQRL 347, Unit 1, Candy, Bronx, New York, no traffic.
Thank you for checking in tonight, 347, Unit 1, from the Bronx. We copy no traffic. WRKA 792, Mike. WROG 208, Alex. WRNL 873 Jacqueline. And I had a proxy check-in for Nelson, WRHW640. He had something going on at church tonight. He was unable to check in here on the Broadnet, but we understand he's doing some good work there at the church. So we're going to look next for Robert, WRKP401. WROH602, Crystal. (296) Chris, did we have Robert or Crystal check in yet via social media? I think last week they checked in on the YouTube.
No, that's a negative, Mark. They have not checked in through the live stream.
All right, thank you, Chris. This is WREZ914, and you're listening to the Thursday night Broadnet meeting. Again, we're live streaming on YouTube. Please go to our website, broadnetgmrs.net, to find out more information about our group and learn how to join. We're in the middle of roll call for general membership. We're going to go to Ray, WQYM547. WQVV468, Sunny. WRMW805, Chris.
Good evening, Mark. This is WRM805. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Everything's quiet on my side.
All right, thank you. We copy it's quiet on your side. 805, Chris from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We've got you checked in. WRCN747, Victor.
WRCN747, Victor, Jersey City, New Jersey, checking in. No traffic.
Thank you, Victor. We've got you checked in from Jersey City, New Jersey, with no traffic. Thank you, 747. WROG342, Frank.
WROG342, Frank from Mount Vernon, New York, checking in on the 625. Mark, thank you for running the net, and back to you, net control.
Thank you for checking in, 342 Frank. I'm sorry, 233 David. We had a good copy on you there, coming in on the 625 from Mount Vernon, New York.
Net control.
Go ahead.
So Mark, I don't know if I came across right. It's WROG342, Frank from Mount Vernon.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was my fault, Frank. I got you checked in. I was reading my spreadsheet incorrectly. I jumped down to the next person, and they checked in already. Frank, 342, I'm sorry, I misspoke there. I do have you checked in. and we hope to hear you on again next week. Man, I'm looking here at the list, and you've checked in ever since you started checking in. You have quite a number of check-ins here on the Broadnet, so thank you for your continuing support here. And what had confused me was David WROL233 had checked in via social media, so we've got him checked in. I was jumped down to that line already when I heard Frank check in, so that's why I got them confused. So I'm going to move over to Craig, WRKZ368. WRDN973, Todd. WRJU231, Rich. WROI219, Irvin. Hold on. WRFH639, Richard.
Good evening. This is WRFH639, Richard in Brooklyn, New York. Checking in, no traffic.
Thank you for checking in tonight, 639. Richard, we've got you checked in from Brooklyn, New York. WQZQ298, Teddy. WRON811, Fabian. WROW355, Andre. WROG757, Scott. WROD580, Ken.
This is Ken, WROD580, Wichita, Kansas, and we are checking in on the general call. And we'll be leaving now due to the fact that we have weather starting to pop in western Wichita, and we'll be paying attention to that. Thank you for running the net, Mark. Back to you.
All right, thank you for checking in tonight, WROD580, Ken from Wichita, Kansas, and we understand that you're going to get out of here for a little bit because y'all have some weather starting to pop up in the area, so we understand that. Y'all have a safe evening over there. WRMT305, Brian. WRCJ783, Tom. WRPD551, Steve.
Good evening, Mark, and everybody on the net. This is WRPD551,
Staten Island, New York, no traffic.
All right, thank you, Steve. 551, we got you checked in from Staten Island, New York. We understand no traffic tonight. WRNB 581, Tyrone.
WRKJ296.
No traffic, Rockaway Beach, New York.
581, Tyrone, we got you checked in. No traffic, Rockaway Beach, New York. WRDA 947, Roy in Leah. WRMA 819, Jose.
WRMA 819, Jose, no traffic, back to this.
Thank you for checking in. 819, we copy no traffic. WRKW 877, Antonio.
WRKW 877, no traffic, back to that.
Thank you for checking in, 877 Antonio. Thank you for coming in on RF tonight on the multicast system, on the Bronx repeater system. WROJ 628, Glenn.
WQZQ 298, Teddy, Massachusetts.
WQZQ 298, Teddy, we've got you checked in from Massachusetts. WRFS 326, Alonzo. WRMF 745, Bob. WRJH 792, Freddie.
This is WRJH 792, Freddie. Say good evening to everybody and no traffic.
Thank you for checking in tonight, 792, Freddie. We got you checked in. Thank you for coming through on the DVswitch. WQRK 926.
WQRK 926. How's it going, Mark? Checking in from Pennsylvania.
Thank you for checking in from Pennsylvania, 926. We've got you checked in. WQZV 495, Ken.
WQZV 495, this is Ken from Eureka, Illinois, checking in.
We've got you checked in, Ken, 495 from New Havens, Illinois. WRHT 661, Mark.
WRHT 661 checking in, Pennsylvania, New York, Pocono Mountains, Pennsylvania.
All right, thank you, Mark. 661, we've got you checked in. Not really sure where you're at, somewhere in New York or Poconos or Pennsylvania, but we've got you checked in though. We'll let you figure out where you're at though. Very good to hear you again tonight, Mark. WRPT 511, Jan. WRKZ 367, Richard.
WRKZ 367, Richard, checking in from Thornwood, New York. Thank you for running that, Mark. Back over to you.
Thank you, Richard, for checking in tonight. We've got you checked in. WRLH 723, Eric. Thank you for checking in tonight, 723. Eric, we've got you checked in. Coming in on RF with some static in there, but we did copy the check-in. WQXD 374, David.
This is WQXD 374, David, Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. No traffic. In and out on the check-in. Over.
All right, David. All right, David. 34. I can't even say it right. 374. David, we've got you checked in and out. No traffic. WRKY 989, Lewis.
This is WRKY 989, Lou in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I have no traffic.
We got Lou from Atlantic City, New Jersey, 989, checked in with no traffic. WRKP 797, Miles. WRAW 556, Tony. WQEU 929, Mike. WRPE 339, Rick.
Good evening, Mark. This is WRPE 339, Rubicon, Wisconsin, checking in with no traffic. Back to net.
Thank you, 339. We got you checked in from Rubicon, Wisconsin. We copy no traffic tonight on the net. Thank you, Rick. WRPE 299, Keith. WRMG 448, Pio. WRMA 548, George. WRCE 705, Ernest. This is the Thursday night Broadnet general check-in. This is WREZ now in 4's net control. I've completed my roll call list. If you did not hear your name, I did not get you checked in yet. So at this moment, I'm actually going to look for anyone new to Broadnet's Thursday night that would like to check in for the first time. Please give your call sign now if you'd like to check in for the first time on the Broadnet.
WRPW 661. My name is Jack, and I'm in Fort Lauderdale.
All right, we got you checked in, Jack. 661. Here, give me just a second, Jack. Let me get you checked in all the way here. Is there anybody else that would like to check in tonight? I think I missed someone here on the list. Give me a second. I'll go back to them. But if we have anyone else new that would like to check in, please give your call sign.
Net control.
Go ahead for net control.
Net control, this is WRKJ296. I don't think I officially checked in tonight, so I'd like to check in from East Harlem, New York. And also on the status page, it looks like there's a DVswitch user that is stuck. Back to you, net control.
All right, copy that. We've got a stuck DVswitch user. Oh, I think they dropped off. Okay. Yeah, it looked like we had someone stuck or it timed out. It probably timed out. All right, 296, we've got you checked in. I checked you in because I heard you, so I just kind of probably skipped over you on the call out. Sorry about that. But yes, I do have you checked in here.
Control.
Go ahead for net control.
Mark, this is 733. You called me earlier. I answered your call, but I never got acknowledged. Someone came in on top of me and spoke to them. So I'm just curious to know if you did get my check-in earlier.
Seven 3-3, no, I did not. I don't know why it didn't come out. I did get a text from Chris saying I did not call you out. So I've got you checked in now. WROH 733, Mike, we've got you checked in. Thank you, and sorry about the delay there.
No problem. Don't ever let it happen again. No, just kidding around, Mark. WROH 733. Thanks again for running today.
Net control.
Stand by. Yeah, Mike 733. Since you're so much at the top, if you hear me call for someone and nobody answers, just break in. I can hear you. If you can, just break in and give me your call sign. Tell me you're trying to check in because you missed it a few turns ago. And that goes for anybody. If you missed it, please you don't have to wait until the end. You can just come in when you hear it kind of open up, and I'll get you checked in. Just put your call sign out there, and I'll hear it. All right. I had WQNR751 looking to check in as well. Go ahead, 751.
WRKJ
Hey, Mark, yeah, he somehow skipped over me as well. I don't know what happened. But, checking in with traffic.
Okay, got you checked in, 751 with traffic tonight. I had someone call for net control. If you just called for net control, please go ahead.
WRKP41. And also WRO8602 checking in for the night from Washington Heights.
All right, copy that. WRKP401 Robert and WR08602 Crystal. I've got you checked in tonight. Thank you. I hope everything has been going well with y'all. Okay, we got Chris, Crystal, Robert checked in. Anyone else needs to check in, please give your call sign.
WRMS 745 Bob, Homestead, Florida, check in.
WRMF 745 Bob in Homestead, Florida. We've got you checked in. WRMT 305, somehow you got walked on when you tried to check in via Zello, but I heard you in there now, so we've got you checked in. Thank you for checking in, Brian.
WRT 305, yeah, copy that, Mark, thanks.
All right, no problem. Yeah, we got you checked in there from JFK Airport, Jamaica Beach. Anybody else would like to check in, please give your call sign now. Do we have any other check-ins? Please give your call sign. We're about to move to the roundtable portion, or the general announcements, then roundtable. This is the Thursday night Broadnet meeting. Your host tonight is WREZ914. You can find our YouTube stream at Broadnet GMRS. You can go to our website and we've got links to our Facebook page and our YouTube stream. We appreciate Chris296 hosting it. Speaking of which, Chris296, did we have any other check-ins via social media?
Thank you, Mark. Yes, that's a copy. We have WRMA 852. Eddie, checking in from Flushing, Queens, New York. That's it. Back to you, Net Control.
All right, copy that. We got Eddie, WRMA 8. Okay, I'll look it up here in a second. All right, I've got him checked in. Thank you.
852.
Yes, we've got 852 checked in. WRMA 852 Eddie.
Good evening. The time is 9:00 p.m.
All right, well, let me wrap it up for the general membership check-in. We had a total so far of 33 check-in tonight on the Broadnet. We had 11 check-in on the Richmond County React and 2 with the South Central React.
Mark, that was a correction, 12 on Richmond County.
Thank you, copy that. We got 12, thank you, Chris. So far tonight's total check-in is 47 for all nets. All right, we are now going to move to the general announcements and roundtable portion of the net. Again, my topic tonight was just kind of simple. It's what would get you back here on the air in the evenings? It's been kind of quiet the last few days. I've been monitoring in the evenings and kind of during the day, so just seeing what we can talk about or discuss here that would make you want to chime in on the conversation or turn the radio on. What do you want to hear us talk about? But I did have some traffic. I believe Chris WQNR751 had traffic tonight. So go ahead, Chris.
All right, Mark, thank you for allowing me to announce the traffic. So just to recap, next weekend, April 30th, Richmond County React, Richmond County React will have their first meeting of the year. There will be a barbecue for our members and anybody that is coming afterwards for the actual VE testing. So if you want to be a ham, get your license. If you currently have a license and you want to upgrade, we're doing all 3 factions of the test: technician, general, and extra. So if anyone would like to advance in their current license, please do so. If you would like to do it on that day and you studied, if you'd like to get your test for the first time, please do so. We're there. You could have a hamburger, a hot dog, something to drink, hang out, camaraderie amongst individuals with the same interest. I'm going to let the repeater drop for a second. Most of the Broadnet members are members of Richmond County React, so you'll be able to meet them should you have not met them in the past and would like to meet them. So it should be a good day. Again, we'll be doing the Richmond County React check-in meeting, followed by VE testing. You'll be able to get your first look at the trailer that has been work in progress for quite some time now, and we are very, very close to completion. So it should be a good day. Everyone should come out and hang out, and we'll look forward to having you. Back over to you, Mark.
Yeah, thank you, Chris, for that, and we definitely wish everyone luck. Real quick, Chris, if they want to come and take that test, is there anything they need to do before they show up? Like go on the FCC website and get their number, get started, like their what is that called, FRN number?
Yeah, Mark, thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, you did touch base on a lot of that before with the FCC rules and regulations as far as the $35. I was going to elaborate on that, but you beat me to it. Yes, so if you have a current license, such as a ham license, you're going to use your FRN. We need that FRN number. It's very simple to look up. should you not know what it is. If you have a GMRS license and do not have a ham license, you could use the same FRN number. Very simple again to look up. We just plug in your GMRS or ham call sign into the FCC website. It'll pull up your name, your license number, and the FRN number. If you don't have either and you're getting a first-time license in ham, you need to apply for an FRN. In the past, they used to utilize your Social Security number. The way things have been, with the future rising and everything else, they don't want the instructors to take the Social Security number anymore to where the FCC will generate an FRN number in your behalf. So, with that being said, you need to apply for one beforehand if you do not have one at all. Like Mark had said earlier, there is a $15 fee to take the test. Now, let's just say, hypothetically, you take the technician test and you fail it. But you failed it by 1 or 2 questions, and you go, you know what? I want to give it another shot. You have to pay another $15. Let me break 1 second for the repeater. You do have to pay a second fee. That's what ARRL is requesting, that you pay a second fee for the second test. Now, if you pass that second test, then you're golden. If you fail that second test and you decide, let me give it one more shot, you got to pay again. In addition to that, when you get a successful test, FCC will get the paperwork through the ARRL from us. You'll get a nice little email from the FCC saying, thank you very much for enrolling, and please pay this fee of $35. And they'll send you a link. That $35 does not get collected by us. The only fee we collect is the $15 for the actual test. I hope that answered your question, Mark.
Yeah, thank you, Chris, but it made me think of one more question to ask. Do we need to bring cash, or can we pay like over our phones, or what kind of payment, check, personal check? How do you take payment for that if I wanted to come and take a test?
Okay, so being said, cash is preferred. You could Zelle Richmond County React to $15. We would have to verify it that we received it beforehand. We're going to have a guy that's going to be verifying your driver's license that you are who you say you are before taking a test and collecting the money. Cash is preferred. Some platforms, Zelle does not do it, but when you do Venmo and PayPal and stuff like that, they take a percentage out. I don't want to get stuck telling you, okay, so give me $16.25 because they take out a percentage. So cash is the preferred way, please.
Break.
All right, we have a break in there. Go ahead, breaker.
Thanks, Mark. My question is to Chris. This is WQCR739. Chris, you said license. I'm sure any form of government ID will work. We might have guys that don't have license, and I don't want them to think, oh, I don't have a license, I can't go. Anyone with a government-issued ID can show up and register to get their ticket, right, Chris?
Correct. Anybody with a government form ID has to be a picture ID. Okay? You can't show up with your Social Security number and show it to us and say, okay, I'm here to take the test. For all we know, it could be anybody. Yes, a picture form government ID of any sort.
733 with a query.
WRKJ2
All right, we had 733 in there. Go ahead, Mike.
Chris, as a former ARRL still requiring 3 pieces of identification.
Not that I'm aware of. The paperwork that I recently received says any form of government ID.
When last time I did it, they were requiring 3 pieces of identification, whether it's the license and a bill from the house or something like that. It might have changed. Thanks very much. WROH.
Great, thank you 733. Thank you 751. Chris, did you have anything else in terms of announcements tonight, Chris?
Nope, that would be it, Mark. Thank you. Back over to you.
All right, thank you again, Chris, and thank you for hosting that test. A good opportunity for anyone who's looking to get tested. Again, Chris is only asking that you bring the $15. Well, at least $15. If you think you're going to pass it once, no problem. Bring $15. If you think you might have a chance of not passing it, bring 30. That way you're not stuck trying to figure out how to run down to the ATM and get some more money to take another test while you're there. Especially if you miss it by one. That would be the most frustrating thing if you missed it by one question and only brought $15 in cash. All right, thank you, Chris. I'm going to turn it over to WQZR739, Joel. Do you have any announcements tonight for us, Joel?
No, not really. I just want to say if anyone that's in the tri-state area and you guys are part of the Broadnet and want to go take the test and have no way to get there, we have a few cars that are going up there. Reach out through the Broadnet, let me know, and I can try to arrange for everyone to meet at a certain spot and get you out there. I know that you can take public transportation to get out there. It was a little mission. If you're in the tri-state area and you want to take this test and get out there, reach out and we see if we can get you a ride up there to the REACT and so you can take that test. I advise strongly Broadnet members that are in the tri-state area to take the test. Most of our Broadnet board members are now ham operators, and we are working on putting a few ham repeaters as we speak. Hopefully this week we'll have one in the Bronx. Chris has a few of them over there. We'll probably link them all together. So we'll have ham repeaters also in the Broadnet for those who are ham operators who will be able to utilize those repeaters too. All right, Mark, Chris, and everyone, appreciate you guys. WQCR 739 Bronx, New York 625. Back over to you, Mark.
All right, thank you. Yeah, and there's definitely an encouragement here. Sorry, I think my foot slipped off. Definitely an encouragement to go get your ham license. We're not going to take down the Broadnet. We're not going to make you go out and get it. Just a good recommendation from all of us. And like you said, we might be having a repeater there soon that will do amateur as part of the Broadnet. But you'd have to be licensed to use that under the at least technician license for that frequency pair. All right, this is WREZ 914, and you're listening to the Broadnet Thursday night meeting. Again, our roundtable topic that we're going to get into next is, how do we get you to come back in the evenings to the radio and talk some more? It's been kind of quiet the last few evenings. I'd like to hear some ideas out here to inspire more people to utilize the system in the evening time or any time during the day, really. I've just been listening the last few evenings. It's been pretty quiet. Does anyone else at this point have any general announcements for the net? If not, we'll be in the roundtable.
Net control.
Go ahead for net control.
Mark. This is WRKJ296. I have one more check-in for you from our Facebook page. Can you check in WRON811, Fabian, checking in from the Facebook group.
All right, copy that. WRON811, Fabian. We got him checked in. Thank you for that, Chris, and paying attention to that.
Yeah, control.
WQCR739. My question is to Chris 296. Chris, how can we get these Broadnet members to come over to your YouTube page, give you a thumbs up and a subscription and a subscribe, I think it is, to get that YouTube pumping?
Hey, sorry, man, I missed the beginning of that question. I think you said, how can we get the members on the Facebook page to get over to the YouTube page? Is that correct?
Yeah, something like that. Well, I'm asking you to see if we can make an announcement, get these Broadnet members to go over to the YouTube page and show you some love by hitting the thumbs up and subscribing.
Copy that. Yep, anyone can go right to YouTube. We actually have a unique URL. If you type in broadnetgmrs.net/YouTube, it'll take you directly to our YouTube channel where you can watch the live stream of the net going on right now. There is about a 15 to 20 second delay, so it is not really live, but it's still live enough, I guess. But yeah, you can go to, again, broadnetgmrs.net/YouTube. Go in there and check out our live stream and check out other videos that we're posting on there. Back to you, Net Control.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that. Good question. Thank you, Joel, for the question, and Chris for the answer. We had a break in there, too. It sounded like 640. Nelson was trying to get in.
Net Control, WRKP41. Just want to know, where's the location for that event on the 30th, if I'm not mistaken?
We'll put it up on the Broadnet. If you go to the Broadnet, the address will be there.
Copy.
To your either computer or phone, type in Richmond County React. You'll have all the information there. Address, what time it's going to start. All that information is at the Richmond County React.
Yeah, 401, and anyone else listening, give me a few minutes, give me an hour. I'll tell you what, give me an hour and I will make sure that information is a pop-up on the front page of both Richmond County and Broadnet. I will set that as a pop-up since that's right around the corner. I'll put the time, date, and address, and I'll have that as a pop-up for anyone who visits there. Yeah, thank you. I forgot to do that, so I'll get that done here in the next hour. So give me an hour and then go visit those pages if you want to get that address, time, and location. All right. Did that answer your question, Robert?
That's a copy. Thank you.
All right, this is WREZ914. We're in the roundtable portion of the net. So if there's anything you'd like to discuss with everyone here on tonight, now would be a good time. If you have any suggestions of what we can do throughout the week to bring more traffic to the Broadnet, it's just been kind of quiet out there. Kind of looking for ideas here. If you would prefer to hear someone talking about something, I don't know what interests everyone, so I don't know how to bring everyone in the evening times. I just have been listening the last few days, and it's not been too active. So I'm just trying to bring back that activity here on the Broadnet. Please give your call sign if you have traffic for tonight's roundtable, and we'll be standing by.
All right, this is WRKY989. I'm Lou in Atlantic City. I don't actually have a suggestion, but I do have a question that relates to this. And I believe this question may have been asked. I'm not sure. If it has in a previous net, I apologize. But for us people down here in South Jersey, what is the status on the Atlantic City repeater getting up and online? Because I know a lot of people who are anxious for that, that are just outside of the area of the footprint of my repeater. I believe that will bring some of your traffic up.
Uh, 739, can you help me with that question if you're still out there, Joel? Joel, if you're still out there, can you help me answer that question about the Atlantic City repeater? All right, nothing hearing anything from Joel there. I'll try to take this one. I don't have all the answers for it. The last time I talked to Joel about that Atlantic City repeater, he had told me that the board, I guess one of the members was on vacation. This was like a week or two ago. One of the members was on a vacation. They had our proposal and our request that we'd put together for doing the installation of the repeater, and they just had to get it all members of the board basically approve it in one of their board meetings, but that board member was out. So again, once we get the board's approval, then it's just a matter of setting the repeater equipment up there. But we've got to get their approval first in their sign-off. So that's the latest status I heard of it. Now, maybe they've already approved it at this point, and I haven't been told. Yeah, that definitely it's in the works with the board and everything like that.
WQCR 739 break.
I don't know if that helped to answer your question any, that we're kind of stuck in that board waiting process. But yeah, once we get that through the board, we have the equipment ready to go.
WQCR 739 break.
Yeah, go ahead, 739.
Yeah, Mark, I'm sorry. I stepped away from the radio. Not sure what was the question, but I heard you talking about Atlantic City. If you want to run that by me again, I can probably answer a little better. On the Zello channel right now, we have WRKY 989. Not sure if he's monitoring, but he's the plug. He's the connection to the Atlantic City stuff. I'm not sure because you said we presented some papers and we presented some papers to a Bronx location. Atlantic City was just waiting for us to get up there and gonna go see the spot. But again, I was busy, and now we're working on some ham repeaters here in New York City. Was that the question that was asked? Because I stepped away from the radio.
Well, this is WRKY989, Joel. This is Lou. Yeah, my question was, what's the status of that repeater? Because I guess the topic of the roundtable was how can we get more traffic, and I said I know that there are a lot of people down here anxious for you guys to get that up if it's actually in the works. I believe the last time that you and I talked on the telephone, it was a slate at Bally's. I don't know if that fell through or not, and I'm also a little confused on that board answer. Is it the board of your board? Do you have a board for your nonprofit, or are you waiting for approval of the board of Bally's or whatever the slate is?
WQCR 17. Yeah, Lou, I haven't spoken to you in a while. I know that we were trying to go either way. We were going to go with what you were trying to set me up with over there in Atlantic City and Bally's. Bally's was way before you had asked me to see if we can put a repeater up there. Bally's reached out to me after like maybe a year and a half later for me to come by and go see the spot and see where we were going to put our equipment. I never followed through with that because I just got real busy. As far as the board, yeah, we do have board members in our Broadnet. We are working on getting the nonprofit. I think what Mark was talking about, let me break real quick. So we have a building here in New York City that we were pitching and sending information to see if we can get a repeater there. We submitted some paperwork to them about a month ago, and they got back to me, said that they submitted the papers to the board, but there was one board member that wasn't there. He came back. I believe they had another meeting yesterday. She's supposed to be calling me back this week with that approval. As far as Atlantic City, I have their information. I never followed up on their invitation. I know you reached out to me a few times. I just got real busy. If your offer's still there, reach out to me, and we'll try to make it up there. I'll meet with you, and we go with what you were trying to offer us out in Atlantic City. There, copy?
Copy, Joe. Yeah. My offer was approved by my board to either use our repeater or for you to put your equipment in and on our building, which would probably be the better choice because our repeater only has a footprint of about 20 miles. I will reach out to my board tomorrow, see if that is still good, and I will contact you later this week or early next week. This is WRKY 989.
Okay, copy, understood. Okay, 989, appreciate you getting back with that information. You have my number, I believe. The best way to get in contact with me right away is if you just call me and we'll talk. If you email me, I'll definitely get it. It'll take a little longer because I have a whole bunch of stuff that I do during the day, and I usually look at my email late at night. Sometimes I just breeze through it. If you call me, that'll be the best way to get in contact with me. Hopefully you still have my number, and we'll do it that way. Appreciate you, WQCR 739. Nice talking to you. Back over to you, Mark.
Copy that. And I've got 989's contact information too, so I will, give me a little bit, and I will try to, I don't know if you need a letter to present back to them. 989, I've got a letter that we can give if you want to give it to your board, and present it to them that way to make sure everything's finalized. So let me see if I can start a email chain or a group chat or something with you and Joel. We definitely would love to get a repeater up there, we'll keep the conversation going here on the side. WREZ914 is net control tonight. If anyone has any ideas or suggestions on how we can increase some traffic here on the channel any time during the day, whether it be in the evening time or the weekends, please give your call sign, or if you have any general discussion you'd like to have here, you're more than welcome to while we're all connected.
If I can get a break there again, appreciate that.
Yeah, go ahead, 739.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. I think at the beginning when we started this, we will reach out to people that wanted to put up simplex nodes and repeaters, and I think it's been a while since we mentioned it. Again, we all just got real busy with life. If anyone is interested in hooking into the hub with a repeater, a simplex node, reach out, contact us at the Broadnet website. Mark is always monitoring. Reach out to Mark. Mark is the one that usually deals with that, and then he forwards it to the other board members. If you have a simplex node, if you have an idea of how to improve the hub, and you want to connect to the hub, only thing that we don't connect is other Zello channels. I've had a bunch of people reach out to me wanting to connect their Zellos to our Zello. We try to stay away from that because of the different Zello that we run and how we run our Zello in our hub. To have another Zello connected to us, it will be a little hard because of the delay and stuff like that. But if you have a simplex node or you want to learn about getting a simplex node and connecting it into the hub, reach out. If you have a repeater and you're in the tri-state area and you would like me to personally help you get a repeater up and running into the hub, reach out. If you live out of state and you have a repeater and you want to find out what type of equipment you need to connect into the hub, reach out. We'll get you the help. We'll get you that information. All right, Mark, I think I said it all. Back over to you, WQCR 739.
Comment.
Okay, we had a comment in there. Go ahead, comment.
Cool. I should have everything all set up, hopefully by the end of next week. Once I get the information sent to me so I have an idea of the footprint, I'll be up and running in Vermont.
Okay, very good, Teddy. Yeah, that sounds really good. What kind of tower or building are you putting your antenna on?
Top of a mountain in Vermont, about 3/4 of the way up the cell tower.
Okay, and have you and Joel been in communication about what all needs, equipment-wise, what you're going to need to get that linked in?
No, because I was waiting for everything to be further along before I contacted him. They're supposed to be sending me the coverage information and everything. One of the people up in Vermont was doing the range testing and all that happy stuff.
Break, WQCR 739.
Go ahead, 739.
Thanks, Mark. Yeah, I forgot to mention. So if you have a tower, you have a building, somewhere where you think that you can be able to put a repeater, and you do not know how to approach management or the tower owners, reach out. We have a proposal that we came up with that Mark put together. We can help you presenting that proposal to either the tower owner, the building owner, the hospital owner, wherever you think that you can put a repeater, don't reach out to me if you're trying to put a repeater on top of your roof. I mean, if you need help and some advice on how to do it, of course you can reach out. But for me to send you equipment or, send a proposal to put it on top of your house, that I don't think that works, because I've had a bunch of people email me about that too. But if you have a good site that you think we can put a repeater, or we can help you put up a repeater, and you might need some help presenting your proposal or your way of doing it, reach out. We can try to help you with that too. Back over to you, Mark.
Sounds good, and I'm excited to have Teddy get back with us as soon as they can get that established, and we can try to get that one linked in up there. Yeah, really cool. One of the things I've been talking about, since we had mentioned Zello before, 739, this is for you. I've noticed a delay on Zello. Do you have anything in the works to help fix this delay we're having on the Zello channel?
Yeah, Mark. So I'm monitoring the Zello here at my place, and there's a slight delay, but what happens is sometimes you just got to reset the equipment that you're listening on Zello. Again, Zello was sold to a Chinese company. I'll say it again. The way that I have my Zello set up is different than what a lot of other people have their Zello connected to their repeater. It's not only me. I've reached out to other few Zello repeater owners, and they've told me they're going through the same thing. They downgraded the bandwidth that they're giving people for the Zello. They wasn't aware that so many people were going to connect repeaters to Zello. I guess when we have these nets and the back and forth talking the way we do, and not only us, other known networks, I guess they're saying that we were using too much bandwidth. They low down the bandwidth. I mean, you know more than I do about this network stuff, because you work with Edwin with the network. From what I understand is that they've lowered down the bandwidth. Somehow they found out the type of Zello that I'm using. I spoke about it briefly last time. I'm not going to mention it again because it just get me into deeper stuff with them. But I guess someone went and called them and told them what type of Zello I'm using, and they just low down. I thought they just did it to me, but I reached out to other people and they said that they're having the same problem. But sometimes resetting whatever device they're using to listen to Zello, they'll bring it back, and I think it'll be okay. I'm listening to myself now on the Zello, and there's a slight echo, a slight delay, but not much of a delay. Back over to you, Mark.
All right, thanks, Jess. So we think the DVswitch client is probably the better of the two if you want to eliminate the delay, but I know DVswitch can be problematic, especially if you're using it over poor Wi-Fi or cellular connection. It can hang and do some other weird things. Yeah, I didn't know if you'd considered going to maybe like a paid service, or a paid Zello account. I think they have like Zello Works, or there's probably some other companies out there that do something similar.
Yeah, Mark, I know we spoke about that at our last board meeting. I mean, the transition to that will be kind of hard. Everyone that's at my Zello, the majority of the people that are on the Zello account been with me for a while, since we were called the Bronx Zoo. I would hate to lose. A lot of those members probably won't be able to even afford that monthly subscription to pay that you have to pay every month. So I think we never spoke about it, but I decided that I think we're not going to go that route. We're just going to leave it as is. We're going to concentrate on doing these hand repeaters now and hooking up these other repeaters for GMRS, and just leave the Zello alone for now. If someone has a better idea that can improve the Zello, go right ahead, reach out and give me your ideas. But I think the way we're using the Zello is the best it's going to get. And again, it has to do with what they're doing over there. They changed. I think they used to have their what do you call that? The servers out in Texas. They moved it. I think the servers now are out in China, believe it or not. So keep in mind, you talk from your Zello, from your phone carrier to the Zello, from the Zello to my hub here, then from my hub to their server. So by the time all that comes back, there's always going to be a delay, and it's just gotten worse because they moved their servers somewhere else.
Copy that. Well, if anyone else has any comments or questions tonight, please give your call sign. We're still in the roundtable portion of the net. We'll be wrapping it up here pretty soon because I know it's getting late. But please give your call sign if you'd like to comment or question.
Net control.
Go ahead for net control.
Thank you, Mark. This is WRKJ296. I do have one late check-in on the live stream, if possible.
Okay, go ahead, 296.
We've got Josh from Lake Placid, New York, WRFJ490, checking in.
Break to net control.
Copy that, Josh. 490 from Lake Placid. Check in tonight. Thank you. Go ahead, 739.
Yep, thanks, Mark. I forgot to mention, we have a few people on the Zello roll. Right now, there's only one, but if you're on the Zello channel, we would like you to put your call sign on your profile. You can put your name, what is your nickname, but please put your call sign so when we address you on the Zello, on the radio, we can address you by your call sign. If you have some dumb stuff on your profile, we can't see who you are. We can't address you by that name or whatever it is that you put there. We would like to address you by your call sign. I've mentioned this a bunch of times. The person that has his like that right now is muted. He's been muted for a while. I'm not sure. I've been sending him messages. If you don't fix that this week, we're going to boot you out the Zello channel. Also, DVswitch. We have a few new DVswitch members this week. 2 or 3 times you guys keyed up the DVswitch and it's been stuck. I think the last one that got stuck for almost 30 minutes. Check your DVswitch before you unkey. If you need help with the DVswitch, reach out so we can help you set up the DVswitch the right way. Okay, that's it, Marcus. I keep breaking in and keep talking. I'll keep on and on and on and on. Back over to you, Mark.
All right, we'll leave it open for just a few minutes. If anyone else has traffic here tonight for the Broadnet, please give your call sign.
WRKH723, Eric, with a comment or suggestion.
All right, 723. Go ahead, Eric.
Yes, thank you. I just had a suggestion. I've been a hammer operator for over 30 years. When I got my ticket was around 1990 or 1991, and repeaters were very popular, and it took off like crazy. Also, they're very expensive to maintain. So on the amateur side, there's a similar problem. There's hundreds and thousands of repeaters where nobody's using them. Some ham clubs, what they do is they have their check-ins. Sometimes they do a trivia night. They also offer a tech night for new people, and they also offer a swap and shop. I'll let it drop. Also, on the amateur side, a lot of people went to digital, and we have a thing called a hotspot. For example, Brandmeister is a server in England, and there's about 1,600 talk groups on there. So you can hook up a little box, basically, like a Wi-Fi hotspot in your house, and use a little HT, and you can check into different talk groups that way, and you don't have to go through repeaters and tie them up. So there's so many different modes out there, and people are doing different things. But when you're on a repeater also, as far as conversation, I think you have to have things in common with somebody, like hobbies and different things, other than talking about the weather. Back to you.
Yeah, thank you, and that's some good points to talk about. Yeah, a lot of people have some really interesting hobbies here on GMRS. I've spoken to several people over the years about different things they like to do, everything from photography to video editing, 3D printing. You're right. I think a lot of times we always want to just talk about the weather, and I mean, weather is part of it here, especially when we have severe storms and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess, you know, when you key up and you find someone to talk to, if someone else is listening, you might want to ask around if they find out if you share any similar hobbies with them. You know, maybe they know something about ham radio you don't know, or just something to talk about. Yeah, you kind of have to find that little niche. Yeah, it's so cool what you can do on the amateur side of the radio. And that's, again, why we encourage everyone, if you want to continue learning and playing with radios, to not just stop at GMRS, but to go take that ham test and get that ticket, at least for the minimum technician license. Again, the pricing fees have changed, and you know, there's a lot of groups around that are offering the testing, including the Richmond County REACT.
Break net control.
Go ahead for the break.
Thank you, Mark. 723, if you have any ideas as far as doing any type of net and you would like to bring it to the Broadnet and you would like to host it, reach out, let us know. We'll make it happen. Mark, my question is to you. You want to explain how is it that you're sounding so clear, what type of equipment you're using from Texas, running a network that's here in New York City, and maybe you want to explain to people that are listening what type of equipment and what technology you're using to run the net today. WQCR 739, back over to you.
That's a really good question. As people know, we have linked the repeaters together. In doing so, we've created a hub, if you would think of like a spokes wheel on a wagon. The center hub is kind of where everything connects through, and essentially it's a server, a computer that we're connecting all the repeaters together, tied in. And I'm connecting kind of just like the repeaters do. I'm using what they call a hotspot. Some of these you can buy commercially.
You can build them yourself if you've got some extra knowledge. I am using a Raspberry Pi, which is a small, lightweight computer. I'm running some software, and definitely I can provide anyone who has interest in this with the information on where to get the software and how to set this up. I soldered together a small USB sound card, a CM108 processor on it. I think that cost about $12 on Amazon, and I'm actually using a handy talkie to come in right now. Earlier on the net, I was using my computer and speaker headphones. Let me reset. But anyways, this is all tied through my Raspberry Pi. I've got another radio. It sits in a different room that acts as a simplex node, repeater node. So as long as I'm keying up, other people don't hear me since it's not full duplexing. It's only a single radio using it, so it's either listening or transmitting. So when I'm talking, it's only listening. But anyways, that's how I'm coming into you so clear tonight. I am talking to you on RF right now, and I am using a simplex node connected to the 1420 hub here on the Broadnet. Please reach out to me or any of the Broadnet members. You can email us too, right from the homepage of Broadnet GMRS if you want to find out more information on how to build these. I'll send you directions, links, pictures of how these things are put together. I'm not the only one out here, though, that is doing something like this. We have Chris296 who's running the live stream on the YouTube channel, who also runs a simplex node. Let me turn it over to Chris, and maybe he can talk about his. His is a little different than mine, how he had set his up.
Mark, before we go over to Chris, I think we had a break in there too. It might have been 7, I forgot the call sign, but I think we have a quick break there before. You beat me to it. I was going to ask Chris the same question, but let's pick up that break and then we'll hand it over to Chris. I'm sorry I'm taking over your net, but I didn't think you heard that break in there.
I did not. Go ahead, break. If there was a break in there, please go ahead. I didn't hear it.
Yeah, Mark. So I think if someone that's trying to come in through the Zello, someone is trying to do a late check-in through the Zello.
Yeah, is that WROK 811? Section 812, WROK 812.
Yes, sir, Mark. It's 812, Arnaldo. WROK 812. Late check-in.
All right, thank you, Arnaldo. We got you checked in. WROK 811 as a late check-in, and it's been a while since you've checked in, so we hadn't been calling your name here, but I will start calling it. So if you could check in between now and 3 weeks from now at any point, we'll keep you on the roll call.
WRKJ296.
Yes, sir. Sorry about that. I'm a trucker, so it's kind of hard sometimes to check in. So, but here I am. So thank you. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, we all understand that. Yeah, you gotta make that money first so you can spend it on radios. WREZ 914.
Net control break.
Go ahead, Rich. WRJU 231.
Yes, thanks, Mark. Late check-in. Sorry about that. Rich, WRJU 231.
All right, copy that. We got you checked in, Rich. 231 from Bergen County, New Jersey.
Break for net control.
All right, got another check-in late here. Go ahead, Scott, WROG 757 in Nashville, Tennessee.
Good evening there, Mark. Late check-in.
All right, Scott, we've got you checked in. Thank you for checking in tonight on the Broadnet. If you have anyone else that would like to check in late, please give your call sign.
Net control.
Go ahead for net control.
This is WQRL 347. I just got off the phone with Hassan. He was taking a snooze that he couldn't check in, so he asked me if it was possible to check him in. That would be WRFS 696. Hassan.
All right, copy that. I'll check in WRFS 696.
Yeah, appreciate that, Mark. All right, you got it back there, Mark. This is WQRL 347. We're on the side.
WQCR 739. Before I rudely interrupted, I think we were going to get some information from 296 Chris. If he can tell us what he uses there to get into the Broadnet, and then maybe give us a little bit of information and how he's running the live stream. Chris, if you can, back over to you, Chris. WQCR 739.
Yeah, copy that, Joel. Thank you for that. WRKJ 296. I just transitioned over. I was using my mobile, and I was coming in through RF through one of the local repeaters, but I just transitioned over to my simplex node. So my simplex node is basically, it's a Raspberry Pi 4 with a Pi hat, all in a very small enclosure. Hopefully there's no feedback on that. Let me break. So it's very similar to the DMR hotspots that don't remember his call sign, but there was someone just talking about the DMR hotspots. It's very similar to that, except it's not DMR. It's actually using analog. But anyway, it's similar to the same technology, but we're using, instead of using digital, it's analog. And to come back to about how we're doing the live stream, I'm using an iaxRpt client on my computer, which is connected to the hub as well. And by doing so, I'm able to use that feed or that audio feed and basically transfer it over to the YouTube live stream. Back to you, Net Control.
Good evening. The time is 10:00 p.m.
Thank you. Yeah, a little different than what I'm doing here. So it sounds like there's several different ways to do these. Again, if you would like more information, please reach out to us via email or on the radio. If you're listening on the Zello side of it, I just posted a picture of what my hotspot looks like. Forgive my ghetto-ness of wrapping my simplex node. That's the if you're looking at the picture, I wrapped the sound card in aluminum foil because I was having some RF interference coming in on it. So I was basically shielded it by using tin foil, which actually worked quite well. So yeah, you can shield stuff with tin foil or foil tape by wrapping it around it. Right, it's already 10 o'clock. Does anyone else have any other traffic? If not, I'm going to go ahead and cut the net. We've been here for 2 hours, so I'm sure most people have already jumped off to get ready to go to bed. So if you have any more traffic here for tonight, with nothing else heard, we've finaled out the total here of 52 check-ins now for the night. I appreciate everyone checking in. Again, I'll try to be on the radio a little bit more active here so we can keep the discussions going. If anyone would like to run the nets, please reach out to one of the board members or one of the net controllers, me or Joel or Chris. Or is looking for someone else to help us out. I've been doing the nets for over a year, so all this stuff is scripted. The check-in log is pretty easy to follow. So please reach out to us, and we'll send you the links to the scripts and the check-in log. It's fun. I enjoy doing it, and hopefully you would too. But again, please reach out to us. A couple people have, and we've got to get back to them. But yeah, we're looking for anyone else that would like to do that. Let me reset. Again, thank you everyone to checking in this evening, all the repeater owners and administrators and board members here on the Broadnet. This Thursday night Broadnet GMRS meeting meets every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, as we've been doing for about like a year and a half now. We're now ending the net and returning the repeater systems back to its regular operation and wishing everyone a good night. WREZ 914.
WQCR 739. Good job, Mark. Thank you.
WQZR 739. This is WRKH 723. Eric.
Can you give me a couple of minutes? I'm on double L. You got a pen and paper?